Chapter 10, 60. Pot River, Luck Inspection. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Pot River resembled a long jade belt. It was situated in the eastern area of Central Continent. The water in Pot River was smooth flowing, like a beautiful song. It was graceful and harmonious. Ying Wuxi stood on the bank of Pot River as he waited for Feng Chanzi. Meanwhile, He Lulan, Shi Nu, and Tai Bai Yunsheng were hiding nearby, protecting Ying Wuxi's safety. The river water flowed slowly. Two dragonflies were flying above the river, landing on the pot grass nearby at times. There was a lot of pot grass growing in Pot River. This type of grass was deeply rooted in the soil below the river, drawing in nutrients. They were long and thin. The tip of the grass emerged above the river surface. The tip of one of the stalks of pot grass had a brown fruit. This fruit was still fist-sized. It was not mature now. The fruit was empty inside and was not tightly closed. The tip was open widely. At this moment, a dragonfly followed the smell of the fruit and entered the fruit rashly. It struggled for a moment, but it was captivated by the intense aroma. It did not fly out again. Ying Wuxi watched silently. He knew. In a few months, more fruits would grow, the fruits would get larger, they would attract more insects and even fish and prawns. As they grow, the fruit would close up eventually, and when they fully mature, the tips of the pot grass would look like brown pots, tightly sealed. And next, Pot River's annual flood season would come. During the flood season, Pot River would no longer be calm, water would move rapidly, sweeping all of the pot grass away. All these brown fruits would travel in the river, leaving their origins and floating away. On the two sides of the river, Gu masters would start to haul up all of these fruits. After smashing them, they could obtain the fish and insects inside, as well as some seeds of the pot grass. There was also a chance of getting goo worms from them. These goo worms were sleeping in the pot grass. They could be easily refined. A super force of the 10 great ancient sects, Wind Cloud Manor, was in charge in Pot River. During this time every year, they would hold a festival around Pot River. Countless Gu masters would be drawn here, of all ages and genders. Not just Wind Cloud Manor's disciples, but even all the surrounding forces would join in the festive season. As Ying Wuxi looked at the pot grass in the river, his gaze began drifting elsewhere. In order to get the light of the immemorial era, he had already stayed in Pot River for some time. On the surface, he was calm and peaceful, but a lot of frustration was building up inside him, and this feeling was getting stronger as time continued to pass. I have spring-autumn cicada, but it is sealed now and is unusable. Before I refine it again, I will be watched by Heaven's will. Not only can Heaven's will influence my emotions stealthily, it can even plot and influence others to attack me. I cannot give Heaven's will any time to prepare. I cannot stay at the same spot for a long time. If Feng Chanzi does not show up again, I have to give up on this. Ying Wuxi made up his mind. At this time, a green figure flew rapidly along the surface of Pot River towards Ying Wuxi. It is that rank, 6th-level grass puppet avatar. Be alert. Stay wary of any unexpected surprises. Shadow Sect's immortals transmitted, focusing their minds. The grass puppet avatar saw Ying Wuxi and said arrogantly, "The light of the immemorial era is with me, but Master said that the earlier price will not do. You have to pay an extra 30% on that basis." What? Another 30%? This is extortion. This Feng Chanzi really dares to raise it. The price was already very high. With another 30%, it is exorbitant. Shi Nu and Tai Bai Yunsheng discussed. Ying Wuxi was also furious, but there was no choice. He needed the light of the immemorial era. To refine fixed immortal travel, the light of the immemorial era was needed. There were no alternatives. After staying silent for a while, Ying Wuxi nodded. "I'll agree to it." The grass puppet avatar snorted. "Then let's trade." Ying Wuxi was already prepared amply. Both sides transacted quickly. The grass puppet avatar counted the amount before showing a satisfied expression. Ying Wuxi suffered a huge loss. He paid a great price. but he had finally obtained the light of the immemorial era. He was overall still pleased with it. He smiled at the grass puppet avatar. It has been a pleasant transaction. We should trade again some other time. The grass puppet avatar said, again? That depends on my master's mood. Actually, earlier, master did not want to trade, but he had lost a bet to Lang Zichu some time ago. He wants to recoup his losses, so I came. You must remember this. My master definitely did not give the light of the immemorial era to you. I understand. Actually, your manor has a huge inventory. It is truly a sea of treasure. Just a bit of the light of the immemorial era. What could it affect? Nobody would notice for sure. Ying Wuxi said politely. Enough, this matter is over. Quickly leave now. We cannot stay here for long. The grass puppet avatar said before leaving. Even without its reminder, Ying Wuxi was already ready to leave. Concealing their traces, after flying for 100,000 li, Shadow Sect's group landed in a nameless forest, resting and recovering. Just now, even though we obtained the light of the immemorial era, Feng Chanzi's price was too high. We paid too much. To refine fixed immortal travel, we still need other supplementary immortal materials, Shinu said. Thankfully, the light of the immemorial era is already obtained. The following matters are easier to solve. We can make use of Defy, Tai Bai Yunsheng suggested. The important thing is, how many refinements can you do with this portion of the light of the immemorial era? He Lulan got to the point immediately. When Gu Immortals refine immortal Gu, just one batch of immortal materials was not enough. Disregarding the hairy man heaven and earth style, and just looking at the human isolation style, the chances of refining a rank 6 immortal Gu were often less than 1%. Theoretically, Ying Wuxi and others should have prepared 100 portions of materials. But after experimentation, reality was even more cruel. Because the success rate was not just dependent on the amount of immortal materials, many times, even with more than 100 portions of immortal materials, one can still fail the refinement. This portion of light of the immemorial era can last for 9 refinement attempts, Ying Wuxi said as he paused. He secretly activated an immortal Gu in his body. Rank 6 Luck Inspection Immortal Gu. This immortal Gu originally belonged to Qinbai Sheng. Coincidentally, because he needed it, Shinu obtained it and used it temporarily. After the Battle of Yiqian Mountain, Shadow Sect failed, and this Luck Inspection Immortal Gu was transferred to Ying Wuxi. This was an investigative Gu worm that could inspect the luck of people. Ying Wuxi's eyes shone as he looked above him. His vision was very different now. A luck pillar, resembling an illusion, appeared in Ying Wuxi's eyes. Ying Wuxi was taken aback. Eh? Why did my luck improve so much out of nowhere? He had already inspected his own luck long ago. It was very bad. And because of spring-autumn cicada's drawback, his luck was continuing to decrease. But now it was much better than his initial assessment. Don't tell me. A thought flashed in Ying Wuxi's mind. He thought of Fang Yuan. He also thought of the self-luck true inheritance in Langya Land Spirit's hands. Earlier, Shadow Sect invaded Langya Land Spirit and took a portion of Refinement Cauldron. We even destroyed Dogshit Luck Immortal Gu accidentally. Langya Land Spirit was preparing to refine it once again, and it just so happens that he succeeded recently. Perhaps he has already lent Dogshit Luck to Fang Yuan. Ying Wuxi felt that this was the most likely possibility. A few days ago, he was informed that Fang Yuan had passed his tribulation. Because Shadow Sect still had one hairy man, Gu Immortal Trader left inside Langya Blessed Land. That must be it. Originally, Fang Yuan connected his luck to several people, splitting it equally. After the Battle of Yiqian Mountain, my body is Fang Yuan's, while he still has his soul. Both involve the connected luck. When he uses Dogshit Luck Immortal Gu to improve his own luck, it will flow down like water, going towards Yefan, Han Li, Hong Yi, and He Lulan. And these 4 people have luck connected to my body. Thus, I also benefited from it. No wonder I waited so long earlier with no results and slim hopes. But now Feng Chanzi suddenly lost a bet to Lungzi Chichu and needs capital. Thus he transacted with me and I obtained the light of the immemorial era. After thinking about it, Ying Wuxi found out about Fang Yuan's immense value. His immortal aperture has to undergo tribulation every 2 months. He must have used dog shit luck to increase his luck and decrease the might of the earthly calamity. This way, I can benefit from it. I do not need to go to northern plains and find longevity heaven to borrow luck. Even though he knows that this would strengthen his enemies, he has no choice. Because the calamities and tribulations of the sovereign immortal aperture far exceed logic, he has to do everything he can to survive every crisis. However, he chose to undergo tribulation in the northern icy plain. It was truly a wise move. Heaven's will is targeting him, trying to get rid of him. It would definitely strengthen the earthly calamity. But undergoing tribulation in the northern icy plain, reckless savage's true meaning replaced a portion of heaven's will. It greatly reduced the danger. I hope you can survive this. I will reclaim your body one day. After staying in the nameless forest for a while, Ying Wuxi and the others moved off on their journey again. Ying Wuxi was moving quickly. He was pressed for time. Not only because his main body's remnant soul was stuck in the dream realm, facing great danger all the time, he had to make use of this good luck to refine fixed immortal travel, because the chances of success would be much higher. Northern Plains, Northern Icy Plain. Master, how long must we stay here? The newly advanced strength path rank 6 Gu Immortal asked meekly. Chudu stood on the icy plain. He looked at the handprint that he had created on the ground, sighing. He did not answer his disciple. He fell into deep regret. I was too rash earlier. Why did I attack him without thinking? Since he knows the method to draw out reckless savage's true meaning, it will not be easy for me to get this method, regardless of whether it is an immortal killer move or an immortal goo house. Even if I kill him, I need to prevent his soul from self-detonating. Otherwise, it will all be for nothing. I would lose this immense opportunity to gain strength. I needed to act more carefully at least. I should have been polite before resorting to brute force. Right now, the other party has fixed the gap and is hiding in the immortal aperture. That place is easy to defend but hard to attack. I have no methods to break in. It is not too late to salvage this situation. Maybe I can talk to him? Right. I still have his sword path immortal goo with me. This is a negotiation chip.